When an avoidant rejects you, you probably think it's over, that you no longer mean anything to them, but the truth is, the story doesn't end there. In that very moment when they pull away from you, deep inside, they're making a silent confession that you had become too deep, too real, or too close for their emotional capacity. And for them, rejection isn't about running away, it's about trying to regain control over their emotions. An avoidant's mind never runs in a straight line. When they reject you, they're actually trying to calm their nervous system. Your closeness, your energy, your emotional depth, all of it begins to feel like pressure. And rejection becomes the button that temporarily releases that emotional tension. But the moment they create that distance, something inside them wakes up: curiosity, guilt, and a buried sense of attachment. Their mind starts whispering questions. Are you still there? Do you still feel something for me? Or have you really moved on? That inner contradiction is what eats them alive. On the outside they look composed, strong and in control, but deep down they secretly want you to react. They want to see that it still affects you, that you still care, that you're still emotionally invested. It's not a conscious demand, it's their subconscious mind pulling the strings. They want you to stay in a certain space, not too close, not too free, a space where they can still feel emotionally safe without losing their sense of control. And in today's video we're going to talk exactly about that, what an avoidant secretly wants you to become after they reject you. Do they want you to stay the same, or transform into someone different? Should you hold your distance, or keep the connection alive? We'll break down the subtle changes that trigger an avoidant's mind, the shifts that both disturb and attract them at the same time. So if you've ever experienced something like this, or if you've ever wondered what truly goes on in their mind after rejection, then this video is for you. And hey, if you found this topic interesting, drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep emotional insights, because in the next video we'll explore how rejection can actually become your greatest emotional power. The first thing they want you to become is someone who keeps seeking them. This is the very contradiction that often confuses everyone. They reject you, they pull away, but deep inside, in a corner of their heart, this desire quietly exists, that you keep chasing them, that you become the one who keeps looking for them. When they say, I need a little space, it's not always about needing freedom or distance. Many times a part of their mind secretly wants you to struggle with that time without them. They want you to miss them, to feel their presence, to send even a subtle sign, whether through a story, a text, or your energy. They want you to become that seeking soul who senses them, even in their absence. Your seeking gives their ego comfort. It reassures them from within that I am still somewhere in their heart. No matter how much distance they create, this hidden desire always remains inside them, that someone still wants them, even if they themselves do not show accessibility. It's a paradoxical desire. They fear closeness, yet they want confirmation of love in the distance. They don't want contact, but they don't want the connection to end either. And your seeking, your curiosity, becomes that invisible cord for them that keeps them emotionally secure. But if you truly want to bring their attention back, you need to break this pattern. Being the one who seeks is not the power is becoming the one who is sought. Because when you stop, when you create calm within yourself, when your energy flows inward instead of toward them, their mind gets disturbed. The same avoidant who once said, I need space, suddenly feels that the space has become too much. This is the moment when they begin to question their own distance. Anxiety rises inside them, that the connection which was always under their control might now be slipping away. And that realization often pulls them back toward you. So yes, they want you to become the one who seeks, to feel them even in their absence. But your real power is becoming the one who is sought. Because when you move from chasing to healing, from reacting to silence, your presence itself becomes a mystery to them, and mystery always attracts the avoidant mind. The second thing they want you to become is someone who pleads or shows neediness. At first this may feel a little contradictory, right? They reject you, pull away, and keep their distance, but deep down they secretly want to see how much care you can show. When they say, I need a little time, it's not always about taking space, it's about seeing how you react during that distance. This isn't a weakness, it's a signal that your emotions and attention are genuinely connected to the relationship. They want you to show that they still matter to you, that their absence creates a place in your heart, and that you silently acknowledge it. This pleading or neediness, when measured and genuine, activates a hidden desire in their subconscious. They want to see that your feelings are real, that you can wait, and that your actions reflect care. Now imagine they've completely withdrawn, aren't replying to messages, or are temporarily unavailable. Have you noticed that too much neediness or overpleading often pushes them even further away? That's because they don't want to feel chaos or desperation, but they do want small, sincere signs showing that you are truly invested, that your attachment is real. These subtle signals spark curiosity and reflection in their mind, making them ask themselves, do they really care? Do I still matter to them? The key trick is that you don't become desperate, you remain calm and aware. You maintain your boundaries, uphold your self-worth, and still show that the connection matters to you, that your longing is real. When you do this, your energy stays independent, your presence becomes silent yet powerful, and they unconsciously notice that you are strong even without them, while still valuing their presence. This is a paradoxical dynamic. They create distance, but your measured need makes them question internally. This is the moment when your authenticity and calm desire draw them back closer, because they see the connection is real, your care is genuine, and your energy remains grounded. So yes, the second thing they want you to become is someone who pleads or shows neediness, but your real power lies in expressing this need and longing in a genuine and measured way, without losing your independence or self-respect. When you do this, you remain both mysterious and powerful, and this is exactly what consistently attracts the avoidant mind. The third thing they want you to become after rejection is someone who triggers their subconscious attention. This might sound a little mysterious, right? They pull away from you, sometimes appearing cold and aloof, but deep down they want to see how you respond, how your energy and awareness operate without them. This isn't a direct demand, rather unconsciously, they want you to become someone who can subtly capture their inner attention and awareness. Think about it: when they take space or reduce contact, they push outwardly, but inwardly, they remain curious about your focus and presence. They want you to be in a state where your energy flows naturally, your thoughts are independent, yet your actions and subtle signals create ripples in their mind. This is what activates their subconscious. They want to see how your awareness manifests in their absence, how you stay strong and alert internally instead of being reactive, and how your subtle attention stirs something inside them. Now imagine, what do you do when they are temporarily unavailable? Do you become desperate? Do you repeatedly send signals seeking a reaction? This usually overwhelms them, and they pull even further away. But if you remain calm, consciously manage your energy, and consistently show your presence independently, you send a signal that echoes in their subconscious. This is the channel through which they notice your realness and self-awareness, and it's at this moment that they unconsciously start being drawn back to you. It's paradoxical, isn't it? Outwardly, they ignore you, but inwardly, they want you to display subtle awareness, to create gentle ripples in their mind, and to unconsciously engage their attention. This isn't about pleading or chasing, it's about measured presence and subtle influence. This dynamic quietly provokes the avoidant mind, because without conscious control, they feel the truth that you are independent, yet your energy is relevant and noticeable to them. Now let me ask you, have you ever noticed that your calm and subtle awareness has unconsciously prompted someone to react? Have you observed that your independent energy sparks curiosity or slight unease in them? This is the key skill for step 3, arranging your actions and presence to influence the subconscious, so that both your absence and awareness provoke them internally. So yes, the third thing they want you to become is someone who triggers their subconscious attention. But your real power lies in doing this quietly, independently, and in a measured way. When you do, you become both mysterious and powerful, and they unconsciously start gravitating back to you with curiosity, longing, and reflection. This is the subtle paradox that makes your presence irresistible, even after rejection. The fourth thing they want you to become after rejection is someone who makes them realize they are important to you. This might sound simple, but it's actually more subtle than it seems. When an avoidant pulls away, they rarely expect loud affirmations or obvious declarations. Outwardly, they create distance, appear detached, and sometimes act as if they don't care, but inwardly they want to sense that they still hold value in your world. They want to feel that despite the space, your focus and attention reflect their significance. Think about it: when someone keeps distance, it triggers uncertainty in both parties. For an avoidant, that uncertainty is part of their protective mechanism. They push away because closeness feels overwhelming, yet deep down they seek validation that they matter. It's like a paradox. They want independence, but also to be quietly acknowledged. When you make them realize their importance, you don't do it through chasing, pleading, or over-communicating. It's about subtle recognition, consistent energy, and intentional presence that conveys, you are valued, your existence makes a difference. Now imagine a scenario, they're distant, rarely reaching out, maybe temporarily unavailable. What do you normally do in this situation? Do you overcompensate? Do you try to force their attention? Often that approach backfires, but if you shift perspective, you can communicate importance without chasing. A calm, grounded acknowledgement of their role in your life, small but consistent gestures, or simply keeping them mentally present through your energy, can signal significance without pressure. It's about balance, showing care and recognition, while maintaining your own independence. Ask yourself, have you ever noticed that when you genuinely honor someone's value, even subtly, they start paying closer attention, reflecting internally, or acting differently toward you? That's exactly the mechanism at work here. Avoidants are wired to respond when they sense that their presence, absence, or impact is meaningful, but it has to be done in a way that doesn't trigger their defense systems. When you make them realize their importance, you do more than get attention. You create a space where they feel needed but not cornered, seen but not obligated, valued but not controlled. It's a careful dance of acknowledgement and independence. They begin to recognize that their choices matter to you, that their energy has an effect, and that even in distance, they remain central to your focus. So yes, the fourth thing they want you to become is someone who makes them realize they are important to you. Your real power lies in showing this consistently, subtly, and without pressure. When you do, you establish a quiet authority, your attention becomes meaningful, your presence becomes magnetic, and they unconsciously begin to reconnect. It's a paradoxical dynamic. They reject, you acknowledge, and slowly their curiosity, attachment, and reflection grow. This is the subtle art of turning rejection into a space where they feel valued, noticed, and ultimately, drawn back. Dear friends, understanding the avoidant mind isn't about changing who you are or forcing someone to react in a certain way. It's about learning how your energy, awareness, and actions influence dynamics in subtle but powerful ways. The real takeaway here is about awareness, self-mastery, and using your presence intentionally. Think about your own energy. How do you carry yourself when someone steps back or creates space? Do you react impulsively, feel anxious, or try to control the situation? Or do you maintain composure, focus on your own growth, and allow your presence to be felt without pressure? This is the difference between being reactive and being magnetic. The more you cultivate a sense of groundedness within yourself, the less external behavior can shake you, and the more naturally others start noticing your strength and authenticity. Here's a practical suggestion. Start observing your responses. When someone pulls away, instead of jumping to conclusions or sending repeated messages, ask yourself, what am I projecting in this moment? Is it curiosity, calmness, or desperation? Small shifts in awareness can create ripples far bigger than any dramatic action. Try journaling or reflecting on your emotions before responding. It may feel subtle, but subtlety is what the avoidant mind reacts to unconsciously. Another tip is to focus on presence rather than chasing. Presence is not about constant interaction or demanding attention. It's about embodying confidence, curiosity, and self-respect in every action you take. Engage in things that fulfill you, projects that energize you, or hobbies that enhance your life. When your attention is fully rooted in yourself, you naturally communicate that your life doesn't depend on someone else's reactions. This independent energy is magnetic, and often triggers introspection and curiosity in them without a word spoken. Also, reflect on emotional boundaries. Maintaining them doesn't mean shutting someone out. It means recognizing what you will and will not tolerate and honoring your own needs alongside theirs. This balance is crucial because it ensures that your gestures of care or attention are authentic rather than born out of anxiety or fear. Authenticity resonates more powerfully than any overt display of affection. Finally, I want to leave you with a thought. Attraction and connection are not just about what others do, but how you navigate your own inner world. Every interaction, every pause, every subtle signal you give communicates your value. The goal isn't to manipulate or play games, it's to understand the dynamics so you can move through them with intention, integrity, and self-respect. So here's my question for you. How will you show your energy in a way that's magnetic yet authentic? How will you respond to distance without losing your power? Take a moment to reflect, and if you've experienced moments where your calm, grounded energy shifted someone's reaction, share it in the comments below. I'd love to hear your perspective. And don't forget, subscribing ensures you don't miss the next insights where we dive even deeper into emotional influence, subtle dynamics, and mastering the way your presence impacts relationships. Remember, rejection isn't a weakness, it's an opportunity to build presence, cultivate self-awareness, and attract connection naturally. Keep observing, stay grounded, and let your energy speak for you.